Thank you all for your lovely comments about last week's race room and our new format of how we're doing things here at Pole Position in the race room. This is what's coming up on today's show. We've got all the latest from that awesome Hungarian Grand Prix. We've got Nico Rosberg's review of his race, and we've got some hilarious tweets for you. So the Hungarian Grand Prix, what an amazing race. We had safety car, rain, crashes, smashes, team orders. It was the best race of the season so far. I think I'm going to give it a 9.5 out of 10. What do you give it? I reckon Daniel Ricciardo gives it a big 10. Look at him here, taking his second F1 win of his career. He's actually trying to get out of the car as he crosses over the line. Look at him there, doing his infamous big pose like that. And was he as excited as when he won in Montreal? Let's just double check. That was Montreal. Yes, I think we can safely say he was. And Christian Horner even saying that they're more excited about this win because, of course, they didn't have the Mercedes with those reliability issues. It was actually a beating them fair and square moment. So congratulations, Daniel Ricciardo. So go back a bit in the weekend. Lewis Hamilton. I've got fire, guys. His car going up in smoke. Not ideal. His teammate, championship leader. He charges through, takes pole position. Lewis Hamilton starts in the pit lane, not ideal. Marcus Ericsson, when the race gets going, smashes into the wall. That brings out the first safety car. Romain Grosjean, I think, gets idiot of the weekend. He managed to prang his car behind the safety car, trying to warm up his tyres. Absolute disaster. Off his car has to be taken by a crane. Pretty similar to Hockenheim, actually. I think his car prefers travelling on a low loader than actually being part of the race at the moment. McLaren, what a nightmare. They're going to be investigating their weather radar. Jenson Button has given the hairdryer to someone at McLaren, I reckon, this morning. He's on intermediates there. Everyone here on slicks, not ideal, apart from his teammate, also on intermediates. The sun was shining over a lot of other teams this weekend. There was definitely a cloud over McLaren. Not great. Pastor Maldonado wanting to get in on the action. He wants to show everyone that he is still the man to beat when it comes to crashing and smashing. Look at that. Confetti everywhere from that car. And Kamui Kobayashi running away from the scene of the crime. He had to retire. Turns out I think running's probably faster than driving a Caterham at the moment. And here we go, team orders. I mentioned it in the coming up. We had an exciting race, mainly because of this. Nico Rosberg's engineers asking Lewis Hamilton to pull over and let Nico through. I think it's a little bit of tit for tat. Nico's team and the engineers helping Lewis to rebuild his car on Saturday night. They then wanted Lewis to repay the favour, let Nico through. But it didn't happen. You're not going to let your teammate through if you're challenging for the championship and the guy behind you is leading and you want to get more points. Hello, it's a no-brainer. What do you think? Do you think Lewis was wrong or right? Comment below and tell us what you think. And Toto Wolff, he didn't even get on the radio to sort it out. I reckon that's probably an indication of what happened if he intervenes with Nico and Lewis. Yeah, arm in cast, of course. I'm only joking. It's from a cycling trip. Some absolute nutters in the crowds for the Grand Prix. These, I think, Finnish fans coming to see Kimi Räikkönen. Look at that, awesome little Mohican there. Kimi Räikkönen was asked why there were so many Finnish fans at the Grand Prix. He said, you have to ask them, Hungary's quite close to Finland. So another very astute answer there from Kimi Räikkönen. And maybe these fans were turning up to see Backstreet Boys reunited. What do you think? I think this might be the new F1 boy band. Like it. Chilton, Kamui, Daniel and Daniel. Looking good, boys. So the Mercedes team orders, one of the biggest talking points of the weekend. Nico Rosberg wanting to pass Lewis Hamilton, Lewis not letting him through. This is what Nico said after the race from his physio's massage bed.
Hi everybody, yeah, just here now post-race, just relieving the neck strain a little bit with Dan the Man. And yeah, a very eventful race obviously, very disappointed, but just the safety car, you know, and it didn't even come out in the wrong time, but the way it came out was just was wrong, I think, from the race officials. They sent it out at the wrong time because I got stuck behind it, although normally you're supposed to do this average speed sort of slow lap, but I got stuck behind it right away, and it was so slow that all those guys that managed to pit first, they got by me then, and that's not supposed to be the case. So that was the main problem. Then after that I had a brake problem, so I lost another place or two, and from then on, yeah, just strategy. You know, I had to do something, and strategy in the end turned out not to be the best one, but it's difficult to know that at the time, you know. And then Lewis didn't let me by, although he was ordered to do so. So that's obviously not good, and we need to discuss that internally. And then the thing I'm most annoyed about is the last lap though, because I had a little opportunity and just so close, but didn't manage to use it. You know, it was just like 30 centimeters missing or something. What he did was okay, the way he defended, because the guy on the inside, it's his corner, so the guy on the outside needs to, you know, make it far enough in front that the other guy can't push him out, and I didn't manage to do that, so that's what annoys me most. And but okay, still in front of the championship, long summer break now, get to think about it a little bit, look forward to that. Well, not now at the moment, I'm still annoyed actually, but tomorrow I look forward to it, and then onwards and upwards for Spa.
It feels like I've been saying it all season. The Singapore Grand Prix is fast approaching. Only 3 more races to go. We've got Spa and Monza and then Singapore, the night race. It's a cracker of a race. And here to talk you through 2011 is Mark Priestley, aka F1 Elvis.
So we arrived at the 2011 Singapore Grand Prix again with a number of drivers in contention for the world title. Saturday was dominated by Sebastian Vettel, who took pole position by a significant margin. The grid, however, was formed in a fairly unique fashion. They called it a Noah's Ark grid because all the teams were 2 by 2 all the way down the field. On Sunday, the race was dominated by Sebastian again. He took fastest lap and the race victory, which left him needing just the one vital point to be world champion that year, and his rivals in a very difficult situation. The race again featured a safety car, as it had done in every previous season, this time brought out by former world champion Michael Schumacher in a bit of a fall from grace where he crashed heavily into the back of Sergio Perez. Heikki Kovalainen's car burst into flames in pretty much the same place it had done a year before, but all in all, a superb Grand Prix and a dominant performance from Sebastian Vettel in Red Bull.
Right, time for tweets. And my first one this week, Lewis Hamilton. At the moment, this is what's happening with him. A bit of bad luck. A lot of people are saying there's conspiracy against Lewis and the German team prefer the German driver. Well, I think poppycock, absolute balderdash. Toto Wolff said, of course, why would they want to jeopardise one of their drivers' chances, and why would they want to jeopardise the Constructors' Championship? They want both drivers to finish. So, a cracking photo, I think. Lewis under a ladder, walking over a mirror that is obviously broken, and a black cat. To me, black cat's actually lucky, but in this case unlucky, depends which culture. But poor Lewis, a little bit of bad luck, but I reckon this weekend it kind of all went his way in the end, with Nico Rosberg finishing just off the podium and Lewis in third. Not bad for a pit lane start. And here we go, yes, Lewis Hamilton conspiracy theorists are convinced they've spotted something odd behind the grassy knoll at turn 4. Thank you, Grand Prix Diary, for this tweet. I love it. Roger that, Toto. Left retarders. Yeah, can you imagine if there were snipers out on the racetrack? That would be hilarious. It would be like kind of game of cops and robbers and all this sort of thing, shooting, and that'd be great. Probably not, though. I doubt that'll be coming into the rulebook anytime soon. So this week we're heading to Mercedes again. I promised you a tour of their experience centre and you will get one. So we're going back there to show you what goes on behind the scenes at the championship winning team. That is going to be for 2014. I'm adamant that will be the result. And this weekend it's Rally Finland. The summer break is over for the Rally boys. Marcus Grönholm and Mads Osberg battling it out in a little kind of rally thing they were doing in Helsinki as a promotional event. Mads Osberg, he won it. So much to look forward to this weekend. Keep an eye on the channel. We'll be doing lots of fun things for you to enjoy, and we'll be back next week.
Was measuring the airflow behind the front wheels. And what they're doing is measuring how that airflow comes off. And as we run it forward, we'll see there it comes out of this system of pipework and into what's called an